Prof, you want to share a little bit with us about tomorrow before I go to my next question about the event? Plug it for me for a second.
Everyone that reads standard newspapers, tabloid newspapers, watch movies, already have heard about the Matrix. And you've heard about very, very polluted AI thinking. And so some of you only see that there's a killer AI coming that is going to be worse than COVID, and it's very regrettable. What I'm going to demonstrate to you is that since 1987, in England, London, Southeast London and East London, been connected by a driverless train. Driverless. It's called the DLR. I'm going to play a short clip to show you how you have been exploited by the big boys using AI, by government using AI. It's now your time. Your time has come to use it to completely rebrand whoever you are. You are not just an accountant or a lawyer or a dentist. You are a New York Times best-selling dentist. You're a New York Times best-selling lawyer. And it is nothing to do with your ability. Not at all. It has everything to do with the tools you are using. It has everything to do with your planning. Because if you plan for being a Wall Street best-selling journal author, guess what will happen? You'll be able to achieve it. If you don't plan, you have already planned to fail because you are already working on a plan to be anonymous. So you are not different from any other person. So why should anybody listen to you? Why will anybody take you more than any other person? We will show you how we use the tool of AI to not just write, but write and use the book as a marketing tool. Use AI, because right now, if I'm traveling from here to New York and I go by ship, it's going to take me 6 weeks. The same me, if I go by Boeing, it's going to take me 6 hours. The same me. One was not faster than the other. It was the tool and the technology I deployed. That is why it pains me when people go and write a thesis. I have to supervise a thesis every year. I have to supervise project every year. Supervise dissertation every year. The difference between a dissertation and a New York Times best-selling book is this. Just listen. Just listen to the audience. The audience, they have a reading age of 7 and 8. The dissertation, you are talking to professors and doctors and philosophers in the field. So if you are able to capture the essence of your message in simple terms and express it, there are curated lists that you'll be on right now. Before, you had to spend £25,000 to buy 500 copies of your book before it's published. And on the day it's published, buy another 500. And the day immediately, buy another 500. So when you bought 5,000, then you start climbing on your list. But today, you don't need any of that at all. You don't even need to have 500 followers on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook to have people that will pre-buy your book. Pre-sales. I will show you how I was involved in the fastest selling book on planet Earth. One book. It has a world record on the highest number of books sold when it debuted. I engineered it. It's common knowledge. I can give it to you now. Wow. Then before that, I was also instrumental. I will show you. The biggest on planet Earth. And the one before that, I was involved. So it's a formula. You just you just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's not because the person is famous. No. You can be famous. I will give you famous names that wrote books that nobody bought. Prime Minister's son. He wrote a book, only 30 people bought it. Prime Minister. So
Prof, I'm not launching my book next Monday again. I'm holding it.
It's not popular
After the conference.
to buy it. And some people waste their time talking about the title. Oh, what's the title? Hey. Like I said before, I don't know whether you heard me. Some people are left-brained, others are right-brained. When you write a book and you put emphasis on the title, it will never be a bestseller. Why? Because some people are left-brained. So they need subtitle. The title is the creative one that will attract your daughter to buy it because she's right-brained. Then you have to have a subtitle to go with it. When you have a title and a subtitle, man, you will fly everywhere. And then they tell you, oh, you don't judge a book by its cover. Anybody that tells you don't judge a book by its cover need to write a thesis. All the theses have the same cover, black.
Oh my God.
The cover of your book, if I tell you what percentage it makes for that book to be a New York Times. Remember, I'm specifically talking about the prestigious ones that will change your income, change your destiny, and rebrand you. We have had people that have had 2 PhDs, so they know the subject. They write a book, only them and their friends will buy it. And somebody that dropped out of school will write a book, and the whole world will queue up on the day before the book is launched and want to be the first to buy the book. Why? Because they have not used AI and because they have not looked at the data of people that buy and read books, and they mine the data. And then you have the data points now. You just tick the box. Box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5, box 6. So you already are a New York Times bestseller. I'm not doing anything to you. Not at all. It's like saying you are a human being. Of course, you are a human being. But you have just written the book for yourself. Most people write books for themselves. They write the book as if they are the people going to write it. And I'm going to tell you, if you are a mother, you are a New York Times best-selling author in how to be a mother. If you're a parent, you are a New York Times best-selling author on how to be a parent. If you failed, you tell them the mistakes they need to avoid. If you were successful, you tell them what they need to do. So it doesn't matter which way. It's just that you have not had the communication system. We plan it, then we write it, then we publish it, then we fund it, and then we move it. 5 steps. You plan the book, then you write the book. The planning. If I was going to ask anybody, please put on the chat which one should take more time. First, you plan. 2, you write. 3, you publish. 4, you fund it. 5, you move it. Which one do you think should take most of your time?
Sorry, repeat the 4.